3, 2, 1. Hey everybody, it's Lon.TV. I finally got my hands on an iPhone 5S, so we're going to take a look at this and see how it differs from the 5, which it is now replacing. And it's a, it's an incremental upgrade. It has a lot under the hood that really isn't going to be all that user-facing, but there are two very distinct features that we're going to walk through. One is the fingerprint sensor, which I'll show in a second, and the second video I'm going to do after this one will detail the camera. So let me just get one thing out of the way, because I'm getting a lot of questions from folks about whether or not they should upgrade from one model to the other. I think if you have an iPhone 5, you're probably fine for now. I mean, if you think the fingerprint sensor and the new photo capabilities that you'll see in a few minutes are really worthwhile, then definitely upgrade. But I don't think there's enough here to really warrant going up from the 5. If you have a 4S or a 4, then you might want to consider it, but knowing that Apple's product release cycle usually involves a brand new phone, a new model, coming out every 2 years, which means that next year's phone will probably be the coveted 6, whatever that will be. So let's take a look, though, at the phone itself. I got the gray one, and it is slightly, and the lighting's hard to discern here, so let me come back to my camera here. This is the 5S, this is the 5, so it's a little bit lighter. The casing's a little bit lighter, so it's a gray, more gray than black that the other one was. But there's also a white and a gold color available, so that's kind of neat. Now the fingerprint sensor is pretty neat, actually, because you can use it now to unlock the phone without even having to slide it. So I'm just going to put my fingerprint on here, and as you can see, it automatically recognizes my fingerprint and then goes right into the phone. And if I try to use a different finger that I haven't yet registered with the phone, it's going to say, no way, and it says try again. And I'll try maybe a different thumb here, and it'll also give me a try again. But if I use my correct thumb here, it will unlock and get me into this. Now, I know there's a lot of talk in the media about, oh, well, they've found a way to crack it. Well, yeah, they have, but it takes a lot of work, and somebody really is going to have to want to get into your phone enough that they're going to lift your fingerprint off of something in order to do it. So I think for a majority of people who haven't been putting any kind of password protection on their phone at all, this is a welcome improvement that isn't all that inconvenienced either, because or inconvenience to you, because all you need to do is put your thumb on the home button here and it will unlock the phone and you'll get into it. So let's though take a look and see how we can add a fingerprint to the sensor, though, because I want to use my other thumb in case one gets disabled. I should note that if you don't want to use the fingerprint, you can also basically divert back to the passcode entry. And in fact, if you're on the passcode screen, you can either type in the passcode or just put your thumb on the thumb sensor, and it'll also get you by that password screen. So we're going to scroll down to General here, and we will find our, hopefully it's in here, yep, passcode and fingerprint. And I need to type in my passcode real quick in order to get into this screen, so we'll type that in. And now what we can do is go over to the fingerprint screen here. And within there is a fingerprint 1. And I'm going to add a new fingerprint as well. And you can see you have some options here. I can also set it for my iTunes purchases. So if I want to make an iTunes purchase now, I can use my fingerprint in addition to the password. And in fact, I can use the fingerprint without having to type the password in, which is a nice welcome change. So I'm going to actually just do my index finger on my right hand. So I'm going to place my finger on here, and you can see it says it wants me to continually lift and put it back down, because what it's doing is it's taking multiple samples of my finger based on what it's seeing each time. So it fills out the little icon here, and I just keep pushing on it. Every time it gets a successful read, it will tell me that it'll actually vibrate the phone to tell me that it got a good read, and then I keep pushing it in, and now it says it's ready. So if I turn the phone back off and turn it back on, now we have my index finger out. We will hit the button there and it will unlock. And if I use my thumb that I haven't scanned yet, it will still tell me that I need to try again. So it's pretty neat that you can have a number of fingers on here. You could also program one of your family's fingers on as well or something. Now the sensor itself is like a little, and it's again hard to see here, but it's basically, it matches the decor of the phone. And it's not a camera. I think it's using electrical sensing and that kind of thing to figure out the ridges on your fingers. So it's not going to be a camera staring at you all the time, and it works pretty seamlessly. It also is a button, so you can push that and get back to your home screen. But when you want to do the fingerprint scan, you just put your finger on top of it. So that is basically the fingerprint sensor. We're going to go into detail on the camera in my next video. This is Lon.TV. Thanks for watching.